Hi, my name is Marcelo Miller, and I'm going to be presenting on the Pakistan floods of 2010. A normal rainy season between July and August in Pakistan brings about 160 to 180 millimeters in rain. Pakistan is known as a relatively dry country in comparison to neighboring lands, such as India and parts of southern Asia. What was so different about 2010's rainy season? A monsoon caused rain levels to rise about 300 millimeters, or approximately a 300% increase. This rainfall was combined with large amounts of runoff from melted snow on high elevation mountains. The topography of this land shows a difference of 25,000 feet in elevation spread across thousands of square kilometers. This mountain range led the runoff directly into the valley, which was paired with the high levels of rainfall, making an intense flooding. What was the immediate damage? 2 million people were forced to abandon their homes and belongings, while 10 million citizens were left at risk of disease and sickness as there was no access to clean water after the flooding. An estimated 23% of the year's harvest was washed away, and 2.6 million acres of cultivated land were drowned. Sorry, just as a reference point, Pakistan is just to the left of India. Aftermath damages. Flooding will become much more common and damaging. This is because global warming shows no signs of stopping and will create even more runoff in the mountains, along with the land already being accustomed to flooding. The economy will also be heavily impacted, with over $43 billion in losses. The infrastructure will be weakened for several years post-flooding, as all the economic growth will go directly into reconstruction. Could this have been prevented? In short, no. This is because there were little to no warning signs, along with the sheer speed that the flooding occurred in. However, they could have been mitigated. City planners should not have removed natural shrubland surrounding cities, as this would have acted as a natural barrier. Citizens and government trust needed to increase so that flood warnings would have been followed properly. Waterways should have not directed water inwards towards cities and homes, as it made it very fast for the flood to approach. What will be done differently in the future? Cities will be placed outside of river waterways and flood zones. Water reservoirs need to be constructed in order to divert the water away from cities and towns. Flood hazard mapping was the main thing that was learned from this tragic event. As we see here in the bottom right corner, the blue streaks are all the possible routes that the flood can take. Now that we know this, in the future, we can relocate these cities into more dry areas and prevent the possibility of any more tragic events. This same method can be used all over the world and hopefully prevent anything like this happening in the future. This is my reference page. Thank you.